matchup with Canelo. Butt beat his ass. How though? How does that look? Outbox his ass. Just outboxing this shit.
What about the weight though?
It don't matter. Butt been fighting big people all their fucking life.
Yeah.
What about the head movement, Bomac?
What?
That little sustained head movement.
That's what I'm there for. That's what Saul there for. That's what Rick there for. It's called coaches.
Yeah.
So we can get past that shit.
Bomac speaks with certainty about Terence Crawford's upcoming fight, calling it more than just a contest, but a chance to cement him as the greatest pound-for-pound fighter. He highlights Crawford's relentless preparation, discipline, and focus, stressing that these qualities separate champions from ordinary fighters. For Bomac, this fight is not just about victory. It's about making history.
Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford. How excited are you? Obviously, you've seen this journey with Terence, you've seen the doubters over the years, and he's now on the biggest stage again with people questioning him. And you obviously have full confidence that he's going to come out and get victory on September 30th.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely confident that he's going to get the victory. Second of all, I'm just happy for him and the team. So, you know, the world can see once again why he considered the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
There was many a time where he was maybe struggling to get certain fights, and then he had to almost kick that door down. Is it nice to see him sort of getting the fruits of his labour now and getting that generational wealth off the back of what is, obviously it's a hard career boxing, you don't get given anything.
Definitely that. Definitely good to see him get, like you say, fruits of his wealth. Get me fights that, again, will show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. Show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. Just, you know, I'm just happy for him, man.
Reports of Canelo Alvarez struggling with Jaron Boots Ennis during sparring spark heated debate across the boxing community. Ennis is often compared to Terence Crawford due to his quick footwork, sharp counters, and slick defensive style. If Canelo reportedly had difficulty against someone with a similar approach in a controlled sparring environment, it raises the question of how much tougher it will be when he faces Crawford in an official fight. While sparring is never the same as a championship bout, patterns can be telling. And this rumor left many observers believing Canelo may face more challenges than expected. For Crawford supporters, it only strengthens their confidence that he has the tools to expose Canelo's vulnerabilities when it matters most.
When we saw that he's in camp with him, right? And so people are saying now that they reached out to me and they're saying, well, Floyd Mayweather now has joined Terence Crawford's camp. Does that mean Floyd Mayweather doesn't like Jaron Boots Ennis? Floyd Mayweather went to Terence Crawford camp to give Terence Crawford advice on Canelo Alvarez. Well, one, Terence Crawford is not fighting Jaron Boots Ennis. That's number one. Number two, it's not shots at Jaron Boots Ennis if Floyd Mayweather was to go to Terence Crawford camp. Number three, I saw this clip that Fight Hype had put out, and it's an old clip of Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford at Shakur Stevenson's sparring session in Las Vegas. Shakur had called them all to be at that sparring session, okay? And Floyd Mayweather assisted. Now, Floyd Mayweather took on Canelo Alvarez September 14th of 2013. That was 12 years ago, okay? And so with that said, this one has nothing to do with the other. Floyd Mayweather, from what I'm being told from Terence Crawford's camp, that he has not went up to Colorado and helped Terence Crawford do anything. Okay. Now I don't know if he's willing to or not. I don't know if Terence Crawford reached out to him or not. I don't know if they spoke on the phone or not. But you know, it's when you saw Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather at the Top Rank gym watching Shakur Stevenson, and they had a conversation with Eddie Hearn. That's very, very old. Okay, that's very old. Now, Floyd Mayweather has stand pat on Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world currently right now as it stands.
In response to the sparring stories, Bomac was quick to dismiss comparisons between Jaron Boots Ennis and Terence Crawford. While acknowledging Ennis's talent, he stressed that Crawford operates on an entirely different level. According to him, no sparring partner, regardless of skill, can truly replicate what Crawford brings to the ring. Crawford's unique blend of experience, adaptability, and mental sharpness makes him impossible to imitate. This is why Bomac insists that those drawing parallels are missing the point. The real fight will highlight Crawford qualities that go far beyond speed and movement, showcasing his intelligence and composure under pressure. His rejection of the narrative reflects deep confidence in Crawford's individuality and his ability to rise above any stylistic comparison.
I know you saw him sparring with Boots. Give me your initial response.
That don't mean shit, man. That don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing, man. Boots ain't no Crawford.
That's right.
Yo, hey, like I said, that don't mean, all that shit don't mean nothing. That shit ain't gonna help him. He should have just got the last cab driver he just fought. Cause that shit ain't gonna, that don't mean nothing, man. All that shit don't mean nothing. You ain't no Bud Crawford. They don't have that mentality. Having that mentality and going upside your head at the same motherfucking time, shit, man. I don't give a fuck about all that shit, dog.
Analyst Aid Oladipo expressed concern over Crawford's weight gain, warning that boxing is about balance, not just size. He argued that adding too much weight could slow Crawford down and disrupt his natural rhythm, potentially compromising the speed and fluidity that define his style. While fans admire Crawford's move up in weight, Oladipo cautions that such changes carry risks and could affect what makes him special.
Too wiry. Crawford was the guy at 135 pounds that looked really skinny. Even at 140, go and watch his fights against, who's the one that made, I'm trying to think of his name now. The fight at 140, Julius Ndongo.
Oh, yeah.
And when he's just skinny, he's like wiry. He's very much Tommy Hearns. Now.
Oh, have you seen him? He's massive.
He's jacked.
Man, he looks like huge. He's got to be north of 170.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah. There's a part of me that's like, dude, you don't need to be that big. Like, I don't think this is a strength for strength thing. I think this is a skill and speed thing. I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to sit on your punches to hurt Canelo, nobody hurts Canelo.
He's been hit by Callum Smith, Sergey Kovalev, Bivol.
Yeah.
Crawford ain't hurting him.
Golovkin.
And Golovkin. Crawford ain't hurting him.
But Crawford knocks everyone out.
At 147 pounds. That when he at 154, did he knock out Ismail Madrimov?
No, he didn't put a dent in him, really.
Didn't put not even a little dent in him. Canelo Alvarez is not Ismail Madrimov.
Yeah, but okay, who is Canelo Alvarez now?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like who are we watching now? Because when I go back and watch the guy that fought Skull, everyone likes to dig out Skull. Sorry, one second. Canelo's got to do more. Canelo's output was the worst output I've ever seen of a unified champion. I'm not joking, the worst.
That fight.
Yeah.
He literally did. But my kind of thinking is all right, well, who is Canelo now? Well, in the nicest way, although he's been fighting good fighters, when's the last time he had a super fight?
Who?
Canelo. And that's when we see the real Canelo, when he has a super fight.
Okay, Bivol.
Yes, correct. And he lost. But
yeah.
Bivol was significantly better at 175 pounds.
Okay.
Much bigger.
Yeah.
Crawford, similar in terms of they're both skilled.
Trainer Breadman Edwards offered a balanced perspective, noting that Crawford is well aware Jaron Ennis sparred with Canelo and recognizes the power Ennis brings. Instead of letting this affect him, Crawford uses the knowledge as part of his preparation. Edwards emphasized that Crawford's confidence remains unshaken by outside factors, as his focus is on the actual fight and adapting in real time. In fact, knowing Ennis has been in Canelo's camp may even serve as extra motivation, pushing Crawford's team to prepare for that style. Edwards reassured that Crawford thrives in such situations, with the mental strength to remain unaffected by his opponent's training choices.
That's why I said I'm not changing my percentage. It can make Canelo go up. It can make him lose his confidence or take a piece from him. And it can make Crawford say, okay, let me tell you something about Crawford, man. I watch Crawford. I will watch how he evolved throughout the years. I've been watching him. Me, Red, and Bomac been cool since way before Crawford hit the mainstream. Way before he hit the mainstream. And I watched him. Crawford is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things to jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent. He know Boots is the real deal. No matter what all of the public say and everybody talking, he knows it. He knows Boots is the real deal. Crawford's little brother is Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson and Boots is super cool, and Shakur Stevenson was in the amateurs with Boots. Don't you think Shakur told Bud, yo, bro, I love you. You my big bro, but that kid nice, bro. You gonna have to be on your game to fuck with him. You don't think Shakur told Crawford that, and you don't think he respected his opinion? You don't think that Red and Bo Mac got eyes and they know Boots is special? You don't believe that? I don't care about all this talk on the internet because they may fight. So you can't be too complimentary of a guy that you may fight. But you don't think they know that? So by him bringing Boots in, that's probably going to take Bud to another level mentally. And that's where I think that Bud win this fight. I think he got a mental edge.
Many fans and analysts argue that Canelo's size advantage could be too much for Crawford, questioning whether a former lightweight can withstand the power of a naturally bigger opponent. They believe that despite Crawford's skill, Canelo's strength at higher weights may ultimately overwhelm him, making the size gap a decisive factor.
Crawford, who you got?
I got Canelo winning. I think Canelo's gonna knock him out. But
I think Canelo's gonna hurt him.
I think he's just too powerful, man, too strong. I hope Terence Crawford does well and stuff, man, because I love the way he fights, and he's a hell of a fighter, and I respect him as well too. So I hope he puts up a good fight and everything. But at the end of the day, man, Canelo, if he catches you, dude, it's gonna knock you out.
Look, at the end of the day, I always say this: he took Golovkin's biggest hit, and he took Bivol' biggest hit. I don't think Crawford could knock him out.
I think Terence Crawford can knock Canelo out if he catches him, because with Gennady Golovkin hit harder, but he was a lot slower. Yeah. So when Canelo seen the punches coming, he's able to embrace. I think if Terence Crawford catches Canelo with a shot that he doesn't see coming, boom, then he could hurt him.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Another key argument in Canelo's favor is his vast experience at the elite level. Having faced nearly every style, slick boxers, brawlers, and defensive specialists, he has logged countless championship rounds under the brightest lights. Supporters argue that this composure, combined with his natural strength, makes him a uniquely difficult challenge for Crawford. While skill matters, they believe Canelo's experience in handling adversity could tilt the balance in his favor.
There's things about like being in camp with Canelo, it's just different. He's got speed, he's got velocity, he's got precision, he's got positioning, he's got power, and he's got just an incredible amount of experience. I think there's 10 fights that haven't been added to his record. Mm-hmm. So, and Bud, when Bud was fighting at 130 or 35, Canelo already was at 54. So there's definitely weight classes for a reason.
Some in the boxing world feel conflicted about the matchup. They admire Crawford's ambition to chase greatness, but question whether Canelo is the right opponent, given the physical disadvantage that could overshadow Crawford's skills. While they argued he could have pursued other paths to cement his legacy, they also acknowledge that this fight offers him unmatched visibility and financial reward.
High guard? Okay. Man, another good segue. Let's talk about the real deal, though. Ryan, questionable fighter. Some people always question certain things. That boy Canelo, that boy Crawford. Nobody questioning those two. How you feel about that fight coming up?
I'm questioning it. I'm not a fan of it.
Oh, what?
Big man, little man. I wish Crawford had some other opportunities to really solidify his greatness in a different way. Canelo, he's got Bivol. He's got Benavidez. He's got all these other legitimate 168, 175-pound guys that he can fight, for my opinion, to really help his namesake. And you're going to go fight a little smaller guy. And that's nothing against Bud. Bud is as a talent as they come.
Really?
But you're talking about a guy that probably walks around at 180, 190 pounds. Bud is not a huge, massive guy.
Right.
I don't know if y'all can tell us what the hydration clause is. I'm not sure if you got that worked out. Probably not.
Okay.
Because Canelo is obviously the A side. But I just think there's better fights for both of them to be had. I'm glad that Bud is going to get this payday. It's very important.
Okay.
I hope he doesn't ride to the sunset after this one. But I'm really disappointed in Canelo because I felt like Canelo has a lot of other opportunities he could to really solidify himself as being a pound-for-pound great. And I think this is going to kind of, win or lose, is going to tarnish his reputation.
Really? Now, what if he takes this fight and then he rides off into the sunset with Benavidez?
Same thing.
Like that? Same thing?
I mean, he's got to fight Benavidez. He's got to fight. He's got to fight Bivol again. He's got to fight the up-and-coming 168, 165 to 175-pound guy.
Bomac framed the fight as a battle of intellect rather than just size and strength, stressing the importance of boxing's finer details. He argued that timing can neutralize power and speed can offset size, and that Crawford's true brilliance lies in his ability to adjust moment by moment, becoming a puzzle opponents struggle to solve. His mantra, skills pay the bills, reflects his philosophy, emphasizing that while Canelo brings power and experience, Crawford's mastery of subtle nuances gives him every chance to defy the odds.
We know where we need to be by the time we step in the ring. We got the doctors and the scientists and the nutritionists and everybody that's in camp that's going to do their part to get where we need to get.
How much more power does he have?
He got some thudding power up there, and we're just going to sustain it for 36 minutes.
Why do you believe you've got what it takes to come up 2 divisions?
Like I told the other guy, skills pays the bills. You got to have skills, man, to be going up there to fight somebody like that, like a Canelo. And not only is his offense, he's got to have defense too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So styles makes fights. Bud got the better skills, and he got the better mind too.
Do you think with the styles in mind, but also the weight in mind, he can get that job done based on he's just so much more excelling in the skills?
You know what? He gonna get the job done. I promise you that. He'll get the job done. Because Bud boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo, I'm not taking nothing away from him, but just a little bit better.
I can tell you fully believe in your fighter, and he believes in himself too. There was a slight back and forth at the press conference there. That was just a battle of belief. Who believes they're better? Obviously, Terence believes he's better. Did you look into that? What happened at the press conference there as the first words?
That just press conference, man. The reason why I believe into my fighter is because from day one, the first day he walked in the gym to where we at now, we haven't lost yet. Okay, he got a loss. He got 2 losses.
How does that affect him coming into this fight?
One thing about this, I always remember this. He got 2 losses, right? We got no losses. So we know what to do to get that win, right?